Today we have Derwent in the dark blue and white matching up against Northwest Graduates in the light blue and dark blue. Northwest running towards the left of screen. Today's matchup is an exciting one. You've got two teams in relatively good form, both comfortably in the top four at the moment with a couple of wins under their belt so far in the season, so we expect a pretty close match. Today I am your commentator, Scott Edwards, and I'm joined in the box today by a very special guest, talented university goalkeeper who is unfortunately injured at the moment, Georgia Ferguson. Georgia, thank you very much for joining me.
No trouble, I'm excited.
Today should be a pretty interesting match. Two sides reasonably evenly matched, and also both missing one or two players for the under-18 national championships that are being played in Launceston at the moment. Have any initial thoughts on what you think is going to happen today?
I reckon it's going to be a pretty high goal scoring game. They've both got some pretty aggressive forward lines, so it'll be interesting to see who comes away with the win, really.
Sun's shining, there's a little bit of wind, there was a little bit of rain earlier on. The temperature is a little bit chilly, probably be nice while the sun is shining out there playing, but it'll probably be a little bit cold and windy if that sun disappears behind the clouds. We'll see how the weather plays out during the match. But so far, both teams just trying to settle into the match early. Derwent with a nice little intercept, and they've got to run down the right-hand side with Molly Hayes there on the right wing. It's Ruby Bailey over the top of the ball, looks inside to Lauren Canning. Ball's intercepted by Grace Calvert, and she's got a runner on her left, but she decides to go herself. She's into the 23, she's into the circle. Chance for an early shot. Good tackle from Van Bladderen, and a very good save in the net, who I believe is Nat Bester.
Yes, that is Nat in there. Closed that ball down very nicely.
Fantastic defence there from Jana Van Bladderen as well to shut down Grace Calvert, who was just winding up to have a whack on goal. So over the top of the ball on the 23 is Ash Arthur for Northwest. We see all of Derwent back defensively to stop Northwest from having an easy entry. So Brothers goes out down the left side, but Louise Maddock is there. Some desperate defence, and it's actually lost it. It's gone to Northwest instead. Brothers, big entry attempt. Good touch from Maddock, it's just gone high, caused a little bit of danger, and Arthur's over the top on the dotted 5. Decides to auto play, that's off the foot of Canning. I'll get another chance to reload.
Some early pressure from Canning there.
Good work from Hayes, and now she's got a chance to counter. Does have a runner up ahead, but fantastic defensive tracking there from Louisa Jacobson just to cut off that pass. That was dangerous going up the line. So 1 or 2 minutes there, Georgia. Northwest were pretty deep in their attacking half, and Derwent now essentially on the counter. Early pattern emerging.
Yeah, it looks like grads have come out quite hungry, so it'll be interesting to see. Derwent there seemed a little bit panicked, but they seem to settle in now. Hazy brings a lot of composure up the lines there, so she's dominating there. Oh, missed ball there from Ruby Bailey. That would have been a nice setup.
So Northwest will have the 15. Ruby Brothers over the top of it. She looks down the left wing. It's off the stick of can't quite make out who it was on the left wing.
Off number 35.
Kate Crichton. Bailey.
Oh, great ball there from Bailey. Straight onto Molly Hayes. Stick skills there. Oh, she takes a shot. Molly Hayes' thing. You'll see her running down the line of the 25 and look to enter the circle herself. It's very good with her skills there.
So Featherstone in deep defence, just can't quite connect with Bailey, and it's Northwest Grad's free hit on the left wing. Hayes will have a lot more work to do on that forward line as well, you'd think, with Emily Rockefeller and Beth Dobby both away with the under-18s at the moment. They had a really good first few weeks of the season, supplied a lot of attack.
Good composure there from the defence. Arthur got that one controlled for them. Lost possession now.
So both sides with a couple of early attacking opportunities, and both of them have looked actually pretty dangerous when they've got in the circle, so I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't an early goal or two in this match.
Definitely got a partnership coming with Ruby Bailey and Molly Hayes through that right side of the field there. There seems to be a dominant presence at the moment.
And there is Crichton again, winning it on the left wing. Good work from Arthur through the midfield too. Kate Crichton is the daughter of Northwest Grad's life member Christine Bennett. A little bit of
fun fact in there.
That's a little bit of fun fact coming in from our listeners or our watchers. She's I'm not sure whether she's actually played any games previously when it was the A grade competition, but she's certainly come back into the Premier League this year and hasn't looked out of place.
No, she's slotted in very nicely.
She's got a very nice goal in the first round as well. So Northwest now attacking down the right hand side, looking for an entry, and that's an excellent tackle from
Rockefeller down there. Sophie Rockefeller.
Cooper, good cross to the top of the circle. Again, excellent defensive work.
Unlucky to not secure possession there for the Grads.
So now just a little bit scrappy the last couple of minutes, a little bit of end-to-end turnovers. It'll be interesting to see which side settles first now. Just losing a little bit of cleanliness. It's a good ball from Sansom, gains some meterage up the sideline, and they're able to reset.
She's definitely got some power behind her. That'll be useful up the line today.
Sansom goes inboard to Canning.
Safe ball back out. Grads have got quite an aggressive press going. Oh, there, turnover. It's textbook press.
It's worked exactly as planned, and they're quickly on the autoplay as well. Not too many options in the circle though, so...
Oh, great touch defence there.
Just had to check herself and slow down the play, unfortunately, because they had a good break on. Chance to go quickly into the circle. Low making the tackle is Van Blatteren.
Lacking numbers in the circle there. Hopefully they've held possession, managed to keep it.
Jacobson switches. Brothers. Good defensive work from Derwent just to hold the gaps.
Oh, good trap there. Molly Hayes got the ball now.
Turnover falls to Northwest though. Doing a lot of work inside the 23 for not a whole lot of circle entry time. A little bit of a worry there for Northwest at the moment, just not being able to create anything clean inside the circle these last few minutes.
It seems be pretty composed about it. Oh, unlucky for Croden there. She almost had her feet around it.
Of course, Josie Crowden, someone who you want with the ball inside the circle, very dangerous striker.
Deadly. She'll shoot from anywhere and get it in all the times.
And Blattering with a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, they're on the pump there. Turnover.
Calvert makes the turnover into the circle. And
no go.
So the early goal is for Northwest.
Definitely worked for that one. They were playing around in the 23 for quite some time there. Let's see how Derwent responds.
So Lucy Scutt with the opening goal for Northwest graduates, and a sustained period of pressure for them. They were struggling to get that clean entry, but when they did, they managed to get a goal out of it. So an excellent start for Northwest. Derwent straight into attack though. Canning is good to the 23 and wins the free hit. So they haven't been cowed by conceding early at all. And we know this Derwent side is quite an aggressive and attacking side, so I would be very surprised if they took any backward steps today. Maddock. Intercepted by Scutt. Now Arthur has a little bit of space to work in, and Vickery, strong tackle.
Oh, great ball there out to Josie Crowden. She's definitely dangerous down that line.
Cuts back inside on a reverse, looking for the pass into the circle, just back of the stick there, and Van Blatteren releases the pressure out to the left through Sophie Rockefeller.
Ooh.
Rockefeller's just taken a heavy fall, but she gets back up. She's a tough player. Tassie Tigers player as well. Back in 2019 was part of that inaugural Tassie Tigers squad, so not afraid to take a tumble and get back up, throw a body around. Brad's looking for the transfer, but Derwent aggressively chasing it at the moment.
Quite a high press from Derwent today. Both of the presses are quite aggressive.
Has fallen nicely now.
Looking for numbers in the circle. They're not quite there yet.
And good tackle from Maddock.
Good turnover by Chloe Cooper there. It was great stick skills to get that under control.
Nice skill from Arthur. Manages to find Crowden out on the right, and she does take a shot. Deflection took the ball quite wide. But Northwest, you just feel they've got the upper hand. That early goal has done well for them, and that Derwent defence is having to soak up a lot of pressure.
Oh, that press got them there.
Jacobson on the attack. Good ball down to the left.
Ooh, yep. Great clearance. Oh, unlucky Grace got on that.
Good work from Rockefeller to work that out of defence.
Well, there, her speed definitely comes in handy coming out of that defence there on the left side.
So Derwent are going to need to do a fair bit of work now for the last couple of minutes or anything to go by. Northwest have definitely taken control of this match, and I think Derwent are going to want to have to hit back pretty soon. Defence is holding up well, but they are behind and chasing. Maddock to Sansom over the half line. Looks inboard. Battle on between Cooper and Hayes, and Cooper clears to the right.
Beautiful ball there. Great vision of the field.
Good run from Calvert too. Good skills to beat two. She's over the 23. Onto the foot of Van Blatteren. Can auto play.
Looking for a bit of space there before I can take it back in. Oh, good tackle there by Rockefeller to get that controlled.
Good auto play from Rockefeller too.
Oh, beautiful ball. Lauren Canning.
And she's got speed and skill too. Fantastic ball to the top of the circle. That's Hayes. Hayes crashing through one tackle.
Oh, unlucky.
Now auto plays onto a reverse, cuts it back inside onto Arthur's foot, and Molly Hayes has created a little bit of something out of nothing and won a penalty corner at an important moment in this first quarter.
Just taken 3 passes to get a PC out of defence. That's pretty impressive. Good work there from some of their key players.
Important moment now for Derwent. This is their first real sight on goal for the last 6 or 7 minutes. If they can snag one back here just before the end of the first quarter, that'll put them in a really good spot going into the rest of the match. Just get things back level on the scoreboard and they can reset. Hayes with the trap. Maddock goes for the direct hit. Good run from Ruby Brothers, I believe, running first.
Yeah, that was strong PC defence and really well there to fend that off to keep them up in the first quarter.
And that is the siren for the end of the first quarter.
Come out early with quite the high pressure press. They've obviously had to talk with their coach. They've actually changed up the structure just a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see what impact that has.
Long ball out of defence, goes harmlessly over the baseline this time, and we'll have 15-metre free hit. It's Louise Maddock over the top.
Extremely aggressive press from the Dogs today. They've got it up quite high, almost all in their attacking half.
Derwent did well to navigate that with Canning and Sanson teaming up along the right. Weren't quite able to connect with their attack, and now Louise Jacobson is bringing it back into the front half for Northwest Grads.
Oh, beautiful ball to Croden there. Great tackle. Scrappy play there, but Rockefeller seems to come out of that. She's now using her speed down the line. That was very useful run, got a few metres for Derwent up there. Now overlapped their left half. Weren't doing that last quarter, so that'll be interesting to see.
Crowden is quickly onto Van Blatter and not giving her any time to settle on that ball and causes the turnover. So we see Northwest have obviously upped their pressure from the first quarter and are even more aggressive, and it seems to be working. Good work from Featherstone to win that back. Maddock tracking through the middle, but the ball spilled for Crichton. Play on, says the umpire, no danger. Featherstone's able to clean up, but not for long because Van Blatteren is under enormous pressure. Almost double team there from Crichton and Croden. Sanson bringing it out down right half. It's a good ball down the line. It was almost going to sit for Claire Saltmarsh there, who hasn't had a touch really so far in this match, but she is the competition leading goal scorer at the moment with 6 out of the first 3 games. So she's someone who can certainly, if she gets into the match more, certainly help Derwent get back into the match.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, good defence there from Derwent. Great pickup.
That's fallen nicely for Hayes yet again. She's got to beat Jacobson, but fantastic defence from Louisa Jacobson. The battle still rages. Hayes, Jacobson, Hayes, Jacobson. Arthur with the final tackle, and Calvert quickly runs out of defence. That's a rough tackle across her stick, and I wouldn't be surprised if umpire Ange May doesn't pull out a card, decides to just give a serious blow and just a little bit of a warning, but
Grads is definitely on top of their autoplay today, which has seemed to work in their favour quite a lot.
And I like that they're not afraid to have their attacking player just take it from the 15 and attack straight away, create a counter-attacking opportunity. And that's probably one way to break down an aggressive press, is just to move it out of there quickly.
Got another warning coming.
Umpires today are Angela May and Chloe Abel, probably two of our highest credentialed and highest reputation umpires. Chloe Abel was definitely Premier League Umpire of the Year, either last year or 2019. So some good pedigree on the whistle today. Lumatic just crashing through to make that defence. And we see that autoplay from Northwest yet again. Derwent lucky to survive that one, but their defence is holding up quite well. Van Blatteren quickly to Rockefeller. Turnover again though. I think that's Pascoe.
Good ball of the overlap of Chloe Cooper there. She auto-plays it again. Into the stick of Ruby Bailey.
Derwent have defended their circle really well. They haven't given away a penalty corner yet, despite quite a fair bit of pressure on their circle, which is an important.
Yeah.
Well, it's important play of your the way you set up defensively is to not give away those cheap penalty corners even when you're under a lot of pressure. So
they've been very disciplined in making sure to make the tackle outside. Oh, we've got Croydon taking it. Oh, good defence there from number 12 from Derwent.
That's Jana Van Blatteren, who made the mistake and created the turnover, but was able to clean up her own mess with a good tackle inside the circle. And Croydon has had a few of those where she's wound up and looked dangerous, and the defenders have just got the stick in. So Jacobson switches out to Brothers, and now down the right for Cooper, who's not Cooper. Just had a big overlap down that right hand side.
Very, very aggressive and attacking mindset from Grads today. It's all forward. They want to be as high as they can up the field at the moment so far in the game.
Yeah, so Coach Josh Mardell, who's watched his side lose to Diamondbacks a couple of weeks ago in a pretty defensive game. Here's Scutt making the attack.
Oh.
Yeah, Coach Mardell has obviously done a bit of work over Easter and watched the tapes back, and has got his side coming out ultra aggressive now for this match as compared to how they were a couple of weeks ago when they lost. Seems to be working so far. Calvert with the entry. Doesn't reach anyone, and Derwent will have a chance to reset. So it's still 1-0 here. Northwest Grads did get the early goal through Lucy Scutt in the first quarter. They are applying a lot of pressure on this Derwent side as well, and we see the turnover again inside their own attacking half. Jacobson to Croydon. She turns Featherstone once, but Featherstone does win it back. Spills nicely for Canning. Chance for a counter-attack.
Oh, unlucky there. Lauren completely opened up the field there for a moment.
There's a bit of a pack mentality now out there with that Northwest Grad side. They are pushed very high up the field, and we see the likes of Louisa Jacobson and Ruby Brothers making intercepts with inside their own attacking half, which is a dangerous sign for Derwent. Vickery.
Good transfer there across the field. It's above the 23.
Canning again involved in the midfield. She's got Featherstone on her right.
Oh, good
Does go to
pickup.
her, but Crowden comes back and intercepts. Takes it away from Northwest Grads.
Oh, that was a lot of pressure there from Joseph Crowden. Definitely paid off. Good recovery there from Derwent.
Arthur with space to work in. Good ball into the circle. Bester clears it out to the left. Northwest have a chance to reset from the 23.
Another opportunity for Derwent here.
So as a goalkeeper, Georgia Ferguson, when you're seeing a game like this and your side is turning it over inside their own defensive half and you're under constant pressure like it is now, how much does it fall on you to try and reorganise the defence?
You've got to be pretty demanding. You've got to demand what you need from your players. And it's all about those open lines of communication, really. It comes down to telling the players where they need to be, because especially with a good rotation on the strikers of the opposite team like Grads have today, they're so strong, it's impossible for the defensive team to be able to keep track of where they are at all times. So you've really got to be that demanding communicator there and help the team out. Great run from Rockefeller there. Onto Lauren Canning. She's got quite some space there. That's Georgia Fox in the circle. She takes it. Oh, great save from Casey. And Louisa saving her there when Casey was down, gave her some time to recover. We've got quite a strong, experienced defensive line, Grads. They've done a good job to clean that up.
Fantastic attacking move though. Good initial setup from Rockefeller and great work from Canning, who's certainly having an influence in the midfield in this game. And Derwent now have a chance to set up a really strong attacking opportunity in their attacking 23. Vickery doesn't like what she sees though, so she recycles it out to Van Blatteren. Now Maddock has some space to work into. Saltmarsh can't quite bring it under control, and Brothers does well to make the defensive intercept and does win the free hit herself. Some fantastic defence there from Northwest Grads. We saw Casey Ponting come out and make the save from Georgia Fox. She got out early and covered the line and made the save, and then Canning with the reverse stick to an open net, but Louise Jacobson onto it, intercepts and clears it. So even when Derwent create fantastic opportunities, they're going to have a tough time of it with this solid Grads defence.
Yeah, definitely. They're both looking pretty hungry for possession at the moment. It's getting a little bit scrappy in the fight for the ball. Oh, great trap.
Good work from Saltmarsh.
It's unlucky to not get away with that one. They don't seem to be backing off in their press a little bit. -1, very high strike. We've got Ruby Bailey up in the centre there. Definitely a very fast player. She could cause some havoc if she wanted to up there. There she goes. Full run across the field.
Unfortunately, it has fallen for Northwest, although there goes Van Blatteren again, who's doing a ton of defensive work and really holding her own against a pretty strong attacking line from Northwest Grad, just making some fantastic tackles.
Very composed in the back there.
So Calvert, autoplay to the 23, reverse stick pass, and there is Van Blatteren with yet another intercept. Bailey, now
ball.
Fox, cuts inside Jacobson. She's got space to work in if she wants it. Turns back around, tries to use Bailey in support. Deep in the left-hand pocket now, and Jacobson does win out in the end. Very rarely you see Louisa Jacobson on the ropes and turned inside out, and Georgie Fox, young attacking player from Derwent, who's had an impressive couple of years developing and slowly working away into this Premier League side. It's a good sign for the future of Derwent if she can do that consistently.
She's holding her own very well against Louisa's probably one of our strongest and most consistent defenders in the Premier League, so to turn her over there for a little bit, that's pretty good for little Georgia out there, holding her own.
Not long to go now before half time. It's probably time for one or two more attacking runs from both sides, but we just see pace is just slowing down slightly, and just the tackle's just getting a little bit scrappier as everyone's either trying to desperately hold on for that buzzer. Calvert does well to attack down the right hand side. She's in the circle, looks for the cross and does win the first penalty corner for North West Grads in this match.
That's some pretty classy work there. Solo run down the line. She did a pretty good job to get that one through. Some pretty strong pressure from Derwent. She pushed through it.
Grace Calvert just took it on her shoulders there and made the auto play. Some excellent silky skills inside the circle, and was able to win the penalty corner by putting it onto the foot of Jana van Bladderen, and Northwest will get their first look at an attacking penalty corner. We do have Grace Calvert lining up for a hit. I believe Ash Arthur is actually off the pitch at the moment. She'd normally line up for a flick, so let's see what they do here. Calvert goes bang, hits the backboard.
That was a textbook PC hit, to be honest. The trap was perfect. That was pretty good. Don't know if there was much Derwent could do about that. That was quite a hard ball. Little just above the ground. It's very hard save for a goalkeeper to make.
That ball crashing into the backboard is a sound that everyone loves, except for you, probably, Georgia.
Yeah, it's not the best, but sometimes people make amazing shots, and that's what it is. And that was a pretty textbook one.
So it is half time, and Northwest have managed to grab a second goal just on the buzzer, really, to go 2-0 up. So the teams have made their way back out onto the pitch for the second half. What do you expect to see from Derwent in these first 5-10 minutes, Georgia?
I think they'll want to remind everyone that they're strong contenders. I reckon with Molly Hayes over the ball to begin with, they're going to come out pretty hard and look straight forward up the line there. Early pressure from Grads once again. They're extremely high press today. They're really putting the Derwent defence under the pump, but Derwent is handling it pretty well, I'd say. They haven't crumbled at all. They've really stepped up, I'd say.
Now, if they can connect a little bit better with their forwards, there's an obvious path back into this match. But at the moment, Cooper is doing really well down that right-hand side, teaming up with Grace Calvert. Crowden inside the circle. That's another good tackle from Van Bladderen, who does win it in the end. Straight onto the foot of Crowden. Gains a couple of metres further up the pitch. Looks for the transfer. Maddock, a deep central position. Does connect with Sansom out on the right.
It's great pace of transfer then.
Good ball down the line. Important touch there from Cooper. She's found herself now on the left-hand side.
Oh, good through ball there.
Jacobson. Crowden turns back on her inside. Van Bladderen once again in the way, but Jacobson has the ball on the dotted 5. Crowden into the circle. They survive that foray. Maddock.
Oh, quick turnover on the autoplay there. Oh, Rockefeller actually
Good
pinged
clearance.
that one out of defence. Yeah, straight onto the fourth stick of Ruby Bailey. But Chloe Cooper, big presence in the game today, has taken that back off her.
Ruby Bailey just needed to do better with that one too, because she had Claire Saltmarsh had actually got away from a defender and was free down the line. If that ball had managed to find its way through to her, Saltmarsh would have been free onto the circle.
Yeah.
The wind, the wind is starting to howl. The weather's changing pretty quickly at the moment. There's a little bit of rain as well, but that wind is certainly cutting through the pitch at the moment.
Actually had a chunk of Croton's shoe just come off onto the turf there.
Josie Croton has just broken through into the circle and fired a shot just wide. How much can weather like this actually affect your performance out during a game with it changing so constantly?
Well, I'll give a goalkeeper's perspective. The defenders can't hear you if it's windy, which really is a bit of a trouble, because we need to call the Lions. Oh, beautiful run there. Good touch from Rockefeller to get that away. But no, it can be really tricky when you're trying to cover defence and you're running against some pretty strong winds. You feel like you're going nowhere sometimes.
So Brothers at right back looks for the big entry.
Beautiful ball, just need to get it a touch there, just didn't quite get it away. Also some great marking from Derwent to keep all the defence away from that. Another ball straight through the pitch there.
It's the old pressure reliever.
Yes.
Just whack it down the other end and try and set up your press as quickly as possible. Brothers is quickly out of defence, but she hasn't quite been able to link up with Cooper or Pascoe out on that right, and Derwent, nice little bit of field position now that they can work with. Featherstone will be over the ball. They are currently running with 4 behind the free hit though, so I think they could actually afford to send 1 or 2 of their extra defenders into a more attacking position.
Yeah, they're pretty cautious at the moment. Little bit of trouble getting out there. Good pressure from Molly Hayes. She's taken off with it. Oh, unlucky to not get away from that one, and great tackle there from Northwest Grads.
That's Brothers with the tackle on Hayes. Silky skilled player is Hayes, but Brothers was able to just get the stick in at the right time. Good intercept from Maddock. Now Vickery onto the foot of Scutt. Vickery plays on quickly into the circle. Ball falls for Bailey. Cuts around, but fantastic work by Chloe Cooper. Hasn't quite got the clearance away. Canning and Crowden in a battle there. It's a great ball from Crowden. Now Crichton.
Oh, great touch. Beautiful touch there. To slow the play down, let Derwent come back and recover to be able to defend.
Crowden is quick to play on yet again. That's going to fall nicely for Arthur. She's going to love this position. Bester comes out, shuts down the angle, and the ball goes high and wide as a result. Fantastic thinking and response there from that Bester in the Derwent net.
Great keeping today we're seeing. Absolutely closing down those balls. Very aggressive keeping. The whole game in general has been quite aggressive from both sides, I'd say. And keepers are just feeding off that.
And Arthur's so dangerous in that position that really Bester had no other option than to come out and close down that space, because someone like Ash Arthur taking a free shot from the top of the circle, you're not going to have many opportunities to save it.
Yeah, it's not going to end well most of the time with Asher with a good wind up. She's got quite a bit of power behind her.
Featherstone goes over the top.
It's number 1 overhead of the day.
Cooper brings it down. It's under a bit of pressure and does well to beat two.
Great skills. Some of those turns there.
Great pass too, and Crowden has space to work with. Goes down the line to Crichton.
It's in the circle here. He's got possession.
Scutt back to the spot. Battle on right in front of the goalkeeper's pads.
Little bit of scrappy hockey there. They were great defence to not let Grads back in the back of the net there. That was good recovery from Derwent.
So Cooper, she's been very good so far this match, and she's really covered both flanks at the moment as well. She's on the right for the moment.
Quite solid. Her progression in the past 2 years is very evident. Oh, we've got possession again. Oh, unlucky to not get away with that. But yeah, I think picking the brains of Ash Arthur and Louisa and everything's done really well for Chloe Cooper. She's shaping up to be quite an influential player on their team.
Just seem to be able to recycle and reshape their defence. Every single year they lose someone and someone else comes up and steps in. So that Northwest Grads defence has been so strong for so many years.
Yeah.
They continue to find players to slot in there. As Derwent are on an attacking run again now. Saltmarsh has it deep in the right hand pocket, cuts inside, puts it on the foot of the defender and wins the penalty corner. Nice.
Beautiful work. They had numbers there as well. They had Ruby Bailey completely free on the post, so it was great positioning and attacking by them.
Important counter attack, and they've won. Big result from it. Really need to take full advantage of this penalty corner. Need to score from this one and get the scoreboard ticking over in their favour. We saw it was really Van Blatteren and Canning teaming up through the midfield, and then out on the right, Saltmarsh winning that penalty corner. Lined up is Maddock, who's very dangerous in these situations. Scored a couple of goals so far this season. Goes with the slap. I have a feeling that hit Arthur's foot, but must have got it cleanly because she's right in front of the umpire, so the clearance is a successful one.
Good trap to not let that bounce back onto the foot by Ash Arthur. Oh, a bit of scrappy here to try and get it away. Georgia Fox turning it straight onto Jacob's foot.
Canning with the entry. Doesn't quite fall for Rockefeller. Arthur with a quick release overhead.
Oh, great touch there to get away with that one. That was very, very classy play there to stay composed in that situation.
Jana Van Blatteren is having a great game in the heart of the Derwent defence, who was able to cut that off and keep it away from Kate Crichton. Now Bailey with a quick attack. Northwest defence under a little bit of pressure at the moment. Bailey uses Canning.
Oh, good touch by Louisa Jacobson then. She's got a great eye for the ball in those kind of situations. Up the line, we've got a breakaway happening.
Fantastic pass from Jacobson to unleash Crichton. She's got Calvert ghosting into the spot. It does fall for Calvert. She's got a little bit of work to do, but she does it nicely. Spins onto a four-stick. A little bit scrappy there in front of Bester's pads, but Derwent survive again. Wouldn't want to give Grace Calvert too many more of those types of opportunities, otherwise it'd be game over. Wonderful piece of skill there from Sophie Rockefeller, and she's got numbers, she's got options, decides to go straight to Saltmarsh, and she has just missed the deflection.
Great run there from Rockefeller.
Superb bit of skill, and she had players streaming in support as well, which is, I like to see that. She's gone straight for Saltmarsh, which why wouldn't you? She scored so many goals in the first few rounds. Unfortunately, Derwent just unable to make it happen.
Molly Hayes is absolutely putting the Grads defence under the pump single-handedly almost at the moment, just sprinting from side to side on the field.
Potentially, it feels like there could be a little bit of a momentum shift in the game at the moment. Derwent have had a good couple of minutes, and if they are able to grab something from this, you would really think that it'd open the game up, but fortunately, turnover to Pascoe. She's tried to fire the ball down the line for Calvert, and
Bit of a head-on collision there.
Thinks she was owed a free hit, but I think Abel disagrees. Well, actually, no. Abel is... Umpire Chloe Abel has actually agreed with Calvert and said, yeah, you're probably right, that was probably a little bit rough. And Jana Van Blatteren, who's been a rock in the heart of the Derwent defence, has been sent off for 2 minutes. So
yeah, we'll see what impact this has. It'll be
crucial moment potentially in the game. Cooper looks for the entry.
Rockefeller's there, great drag. All about staying deeper into the defence, I think, for Derwent at the moment. Losing one of their keystone players in the back can have quite a big impact, so they've been pretty good to get the possession here.
Bailey to Canning. Canning under enormous pressure from Arthur, who wins it out in the end and wins the free hit just outside the 23, so she can go straight in if she desires.
Whole team from Derwent right back into their 25 in an attempt to fend it out, but they've done a good job. Seems to have gone wide of the goal. Almost a man-on-man press there for a minute while they're down a player.
Maddock goes to Featherstone out on the left, but turned it over again. So being a player down just makes it a little bit harder to get that ball out of their defensive half. Maddock, what's she going to do this time? Not too many options in front of her either, and there's about 6 or 7 Northwest grad sticks in front of her. She does.
Oh, she finds Molly Hayes. That is a great ball there. She's done a great job to get that one out of defence, and they seem to have a little bit of a breakaway going with Canning down the line. They've got a free player in the circle.
Good work from Jacobson to track back, but Canning has won it as well. Free hit, or on the sideline, just inside the 23. Quick autoplay too. Wonderful run from Hayes. Jacobson with the clearance.
Good trap. Oh, dangerous Josie Croden on the ball there. She tries to get away to Grace, but doesn't work. Oh, we're back to full numbers for Derwent now as well. It's been 2 minutes. I'm sure they're all pretty glad.
Crowden was probably looking forward just to put that into space, and Van Bladeren had just snuck on back onto the field a couple of seconds earlier and was able to intercept that. Of course, Crowden would have looked up and seen no defender there just before she passed, so important timing there from Jana Van Bladeren to get back on the pitch.
Oh,
Saltmarsh gets a touch on that, but Cooper does clean up.
Nice and composed. Oh, unlucky there. Got Derwent absolutely sprinting up. They're ready for some attack.
Hayes, multiple efforts, and they'll have it inside their 23 out on the right hand side. And their defenders have pushed up as well, so they do have numbers in their favour if they can find a stick. They go to Hayes. Crowden and Calvert. Now Crowden. Battle on with Featherstone. Featherstone wins it. Good ball to find Fox. She manages to win the free hit just inside the 23 as well.
Looks like Grads are starting to feel a little bit of pressure here.
Featherstone's ball finds the foot of Crowden and she'll get a chance to reset. Does it quickly. Maddock. Calvert with the intercept and the clearance.
Yeah, it just gives them a little bit of time to recompose. Oh, and that's it.
And that's 3/4 time.
Yeah.
So still Derwent unable to find reward for effort, which I think is probably going to hurt them leading into the final quarter. So Hayes over the top of the ball, puts it into the corner early, and that's nice. And Derwent now need to push up really high and get this press set up straight away if they're going to take advantage of this.
Seemed to have a new strategy here going on. She seemed very sure of what she was doing.
Fortunately, Northwest have been able to work it out and over the top and round the back of the Derwent defence. And
unlucky there. That was quite a nice ball. It could have been very deadly.
Was looking dangerous for a sec. Van Bladeren
Oh, unlucky there for Lauren Canning.
Unfortunately, she's just missed the trap. So it's all Derwent's to chase. Northwest know they've got a 2-0 buffer, so they don't really have to press the play too much, although I'd be surprised if they don't continue to attack because they're a side that doesn't really know any other way to go about it than to go forward. So
yeah. No, they're definitely... Oh, Croydon with the ball here. Yeah, lovely work. She's very handy in the circle. Extremely handy. She often will get a reward if she gets in there. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this one.
I think Arthur's back on the field, so
Yes.
this is our third penalty corner, I think,
Yeah, number
for the
3.
match.
I think we might be looking at a Ash Arthur flick. Classic PC of theirs. She has mastered the irritating height for a goalkeeper. She's very good at it.
Injection from Jacobson. They decide to go to the hit with Calvert. That one's, well, it's hit a foot on the line, and I was almost going to yell out penalty stroke, but I think Bester got a touch to it, and so the ball wasn't travelling into the goals as it hit the defender's foot.
Yeah.
But another powerful strike from Calvert, and I think we'll see Arthur now lining up. No, they've
No,
got to
and
Calvert again. Lines
Ooh,
up, bang,
good
great save from
save.
Bester yet again. Bailey can't quite make the clearance. Oh, that's a fantastic
That is
finish.
a great touch there. Back corner pocket. Yeah, they'll be very pleased with that one. That was beautiful to recover off the keeper's pad. So it's exactly what you're told to do as a striker. So, yeah, I'm sure Josh Mardell's pretty pleased right now that his girls have shaped up quite well in the circle there. Got Molly Hayes looking for blood. She wants a bit of action. Unlucky, Ruth Bailey didn't quite make it to that one.
So, a third goal. Northwest Grads now well in control of this match, you would suspect.
Yeah, looks like it.
Some clean hitting there from Grace Calvert, some good saves, good goalkeeping from Nat Bester, but that rebound and that spillage, all important on the penalty corner to take advantage of it. As we
Ruby
say,
Bailey's got it.
Bailey cuts back, Hayes puts the shot in. It was deflected from Northwest and they've survived yet again.
Oh, hit clean up the field. I think they're just looking for a bit of release there. Pretty handy on their press. I think they actually don't mind defending defending a 16. They're quite good at it. They've turned over Derwent quite often, so I think they're quite happy to do that when they need a little break. Oh, straight on the stick of Grace Calvert.
Good ball into the circle, but it just hit Pascoe's foot. Lucy Scudder's created a turnover from that 15. Nice little interplay.
Oh, goes for
Scut
the
with
one
the follow-up.
touch.
Dylan are able to bring it out down the right. Bailey into Hayes. If she can get past these two, she'll get a little bit of space to work in. Good ball down the line, and Bailey can now create an entry. Decides to continue her run deep into the pocket, and Jacobson is able to hold her out. It'll be Janelle Featherstone to restart from the 23. Plays on quickly, attempts
Carries
to take it
herself
round.
down the line. Oh,
Cutback didn't quite fall for anyone, and Maddock has managed to keep that one in and keeps going and keeps going.
Oh.
Fantastic tackle from Ash Arthur though.
Yeah, there's been some great little jinx and 3D skills happening today. Very impressive. Derwent are hungry at the moment. Molly Hayes taking it herself. Oh, I was unlucky to not get away with that one. Some great defence there from Grads once again. Whoa.
It's fallen nicely.
She's got some space there to work with.
Just won the free hit. So it's Ruby Brothers on the 20. No, I was just going to say there was a free hit deeper in the midfield. So Brothers goes to Calvert. She can't quite make the trap. A little bit of a scrap on with Fox, but Calvert wins it out in the end. Decides to cut inside onto the stick of Hayes and Rockefeller, but she's won it again and continues her run. Now she's deep down the right. Maddock with an important touch just to clear out and stop that cross.
Still keeping possession for Grads. She's getting quite congested in there. It's tricky to create space, but oh, she's done it. Sophie Rockefeller's picked that one up, done a good job. She's got Hayes there. She's got a few options actually. She's opened the field up very nicely, created space for her team.
Unfortunately, she's given away a free hit because she was through and she had options there as well, but unfortunately...
Game of milliseconds, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Crowden cuts back inside down the right. Well won from Sansom. She's continued on her run as well, has kept it in and has won it on the sideline. She's got Georgia Fox just ghosting down the left wing. Goes inside looking for the run of Rockefeller and they can't connect.
Got possession here again.
Overhead from Featherstone. It's fallen for Saltmarsh. Spins the defender one way and another. Saltmarsh continues, but Brothers does well.
Lauren Canning putting her under the pump there, but she gets away with it off her stick to hold possession. Oh, absolutely powerful ball from Louisa there.
Vickery forced Maddock to chase all the way back to get that ball.
Well done there, that was a good run. Up the line.
Good ball from Maddock too, and it took a touch off Northwest, so Derwent will get that back. Certainly not going into their shell, Derwent. They are continuing to attack and continuing to search for a breakthrough. Sansom.
Ooh, unlucky there. Got a little bit of a breakaway for Grads if they can put this pass away. Yeah, just couldn't quite get a touch on that one. Weather's not making it easy for the girls out there today.
No, tough conditions as a bit of rain comes down again. Here's Rockefeller, who has had a good game coming out of defence and through the midfielder. Another good run.
Oh, Chloe Cooper, stable and calm in the middle of the field there.
Now Pascoe, fantastic ball, finds Grace Calvert deep in the right hand side. She's into the circle and onto a reverse. She wanted to line up for a shot, but is held off by Van Blatteren and Featherstone, who double team her and prevent her from making any headway.
The Derwent defence have definitely held their own today. They've done a very good job.
Well, they've forced Grads to score some great goals, which is what I like to see.
Yeah. Oh, rebound off the keeper. She's still got the ball there. Oh, unlucky not come away with that. Oh, she's taking a tumble. Ash Arthur really put Sophie Rockefeller under the pump then.
Just hit the body of Calvert, so Derwent lucky to get away with that. They probably went a little bit too quickly and straight up the middle.
Grads are still hungry. They're still looking for those goals. Every second they get, they're pushed up very high. Speed of transfer is great. It's really working their advantage there.
Good turnover from Derwent though. Vickery has a ton of space to work in the midfield. She's got Bailey on her left and she's just been unable to connect with that pass. Just took it, or just hesitated in the first instance and then just put it behind the run of Bailey. So they were streaming forward and they've looked good when they've streamed forward, but again, that final pass, they just haven't been able to connect. Otherwise, you would probably suspect that there'd be a few goals better on the scoreboard.
Definitely. Up through their midfield, they look great. They open the space up quite nicely. It's just that last little bit that they've got to get under control, and then they put quite a few away.
Calvert gets it moving. Takes on Van Blatteren through the inside. Now she's got Maddock to contend with. That's fallen nicely for Scutt.
Good touch there from their defence.
Sansom puts it to Rockefeller.
Calvert wants it back, having a bit of a scrap over it. Oh.
Calvert's entry is wide. Been some good little personal battles going on the field as well. Calvert and Van Blatteren has been good to watch, but Maisie Sansom's been good on the halves for Derwent as well.
Yeah, she had a great game today. She's definitely stepped up into her role as one of the rocks in defence, which is great to see. Young player.
Arthur plays on quickly.
Oh, they've got an opportunity here. They're going to put it away. Oh, a bit of scrappy hockey.
Great stick save there from Besta.
Yeah, goalkeeping has been very quality today. We've got Grads trying to get it under control now. Weren't quite able to. Derwent didn't take advantage of the early play. They've decided to just recompose. Through the middle once again. One of their signatures. Rockefeller steps onto that nicely.
Sophie Rockefeller cuts it back onto the foot of Louisa Jacobson and wins a penalty corner.
Some classy work from Rockefeller today. She's done well for herself. A little bit of an injury maybe.
I think Jacobson just wore that on the fingers a little bit.
Yeah.
Down low, trying to make that tackle and probably just caught a little bit of ball and a little bit of the stick on the follow through. So, and in weather like this,
nice
a little
and cold. It felt good.
Knock on the fingers. Double the pain.
Yeah, it's nothing better than an injury when you're cold.
Temperature has dropped. There's some reasonably heavy cloud cover and it looks pretty icy and cold out there. So I think with a couple of minutes or not much more time left on the clock, both of these teams probably looking forward to a warm shower after the game.
Yeah, we've just had first runner absolutely copped a ball to the ankle there. Great running though. I mean, perfect line. Unfortunate to get hit. We actually had exactly the same injury last night with University's Maddie Hintos in first runner. I do admire the first runner. They have a not fun job in my opinion. I'd rather be in the pads personally.
Would you be comfortable making a call on who the best first runner is in the competition at the moment?
Oh, I mean, I'm a bit biased, but Maddie Hintos saves my life. Beautiful defence once again. Yeah, Northwest Grad's defensive battery is almost an art form at this point. It is down packed to a T. They know each other so well. Great setup there. Their first runner runs the line beautifully. Katie knows the goalkeeper exactly what she wants, and they do it amazingly. Yeah. Croden fighting for the ball there. It was touched away from Java. She's done a good job to get a hold of that. Oh, lovely ball. Opened up the midfield for them.
Can't get it past Maddock though. She unleashes Canning.
She's got some options there. Oh, can Bailey get onto that? Oh, so close.
Put it down nicely into that bottom right hand corner, but unfortunately just too far and out of the reach of Ruby Bailey chasing the ball.
Lauren Canning always finds herself beautifully in the midfield with a lot of space around her, and that's it.
Well, the final whistle's gone. It's a 3-0 win to Northwest Graduates. Probably a lot closer match than what the scoreline suggests, but Northwest deserved winners in the end, would you say, Georgia Ferguson?
Yeah, no, they worked hard for those goals. They weren't easy goals. They definitely put in some graft for them. So yeah, it was a great game to watch. Extremely interesting. So yeah, unlucky for Derwent to not put a few away, but it was well deserved win for Grads.